Hi everyone, it's Kate from The Forward Line. I am back this week with the edit. This is our weekly roundup of new sewing pattern releases, and oh my god, this week there is such good patterns. Like, there are so many new patterns that I've actually had to leave some for next week because this kind of haul of patterns was too good. So I'm going to get started. First pattern I've got is a free pattern because I thought, you know, might as well just start with a nice free one. It's the Sew Love Patterns Kaya dress and top. This comes in sizes UK 6 to 20. Really sweet little summer dress, really quite simple. I love the concept that you can colour block it like they've done in this. So it's got a seam down the centre front, little darts, straps. There's an option for you to sew a channel around the waist so that you can add in elastic if you wanted a bit more fitted. There are different length options, and there's a split up the centre front for the sort of midi length one. And then you can also make it into a short dress and then also a top. So really nice, useful item for your wardrobe, great for summer, and it's free. So this is free for the first month of its release. So if you want it, now is the time to bag it, and then it will be priced normally. So that was the first one. Second pattern we've got, which I really am loving, is the Bella Loves Pattern Freddy jacket. Have you seen it? It comes in sizes UK 6 to 20. It's PDF only, this one. Chanel feeling little jacket, and I really like the proportions of it. I know we are in inverted commas high summer. It has got a bit warmer this week, but I feel like if you start making this now, you'll have this done for sort of September time, which is perfect for sort of transitional sewing periods where you're kind of moving into cooler months. I think it's just a useful item. So it's collarless, it's got buttons down the front, it's got two pocket types, so it's either got a patch pocket or there's a traditional welt pocket with the button flap. Two-piece sleeve, great for fitting, and also there's a seam at the centre back, which I really like. It's fully lined, so it's kind of a really proper make, but actually I will say that these sort of jackets seem like they're going to be harder to make than you think they are, so don't be put off by this because I think that actually is really fantastic. So that's my first two. I've got two October magazines. Now I don't know if we've actually said that we sell October, if I've ever mentioned it before. So we've got them relatively recently. I will get one actually so I can kind of show you guys inside. It's very similar sort of feel. It's kind of similar to the Fibre Mood magazine where you get the images at the front and then the pattern at the back. I will say that you have to trace off all the patterns, and the back pieces are very bird-like, as in they're very overlapped, so you really have to kind of work out what you're doing. That being said, you get a lot of patterns for your buck. So we've got their summer 2023, and this is the children's magazine. There's also an adults one. So I'll pop a link to these two that I'm going to talk about, but also to all the magazines so you can have a proper look if you like. But you get 26 patterns in each book, which is amazing. So you get loads and loads of really lovely patterns. These ones are all kids, and there is a page I can show you here so you can see all the line drawings of all the patterns that you get. There's actually literally everything that you could possibly need to sew for a kid. For summer, there's even like a zip-up swimsuit, which is really cute, and so that's all there. They've also released their autumn-winter version, which is really exciting because I feel like if you get it now, we could start actually making it and get it done. This again has 26 patterns included, and I'll show you the line drawing. There's some really sweet items, so I'll give you a kind of a flick through. I don't love the styling, but if you just ignore it, and a bit like some of the Vogue and Butterick and all of that lot patterns, look at the line drawings, ignore some of the pictures, but there's some really nice patterns there. Actually, I'm being mean. Some of them are quite nice, but there are some slightly questionable fabric choices. So yeah, so we've got those now, which is really exciting, and it's nice to have something new on the site. So if you haven't seen those, go and have a look. Then we have got a pair of leggings from Waves and Wild. These come in sizes UK 6 to 36. It's PDF only. I really like these because there's actually quite a lot of different variations, and I don't know about you, but making things like this, I'm quite particular about what I would like. So there is a high-waisted version with a really wide band, which will obviously keep you really secure. There are different leg options you can see. You can have seams in different places, which is really handy. Yeah, so there's 3 different top versions, and then there's 2 different versions of seams, and you can put pockets in them as well. You can also make them long and short depending on what length you want. So they're really, really customizable to however you want. So they're worth having a look at if you're feeling like you'd like to make some activewear or loungewear, let's be honest. Next up, we've got the Fern Culottes from Bobbins and Buttons. These are a really nice project for a beginner if you haven't come across this company before. They're really simple shapes. The thing that I really liked about them is the proportion of the leg. They're really wide, big, exaggerated culottes. They've got elasticated waistband, and that is really it. So in terms of getting the fit right, all you're doing is making sure that you get the sort of waist elastic at the right tension. But other than that, you're not going to have any issues with fit. So it's the perfect pattern for a beginner. It's PDF only, this one. And yeah, I'll show you some pictures so you get a bit of an idea of what is going on. Next up, we've got a new release from Helen's Closet. It's the Lawrence top and dress, which is absolutely gorgeous. I think you guys are all going to really love this. So, dress and top. There are 2 variations with the dress. You can either make it sleeveless or add on this like really sweet little flutter sleeve. It's V-neck. There are darts at the bust, and then you can either make it into a top, or the 2 dress options come with different tiers of gathering. So it's another gathered dress, which is great because everyone loves that. I feel like she has got the proportion of this really nice, which I think that's kind of her real niche. I think she's got the right level. Some of the gathered dresses I feel don't have enough going like in the gathering. But I think these, she's got the kind of proportion, because there is like a sort of science to it. I think she's got the proportion of these really great, and it's such a useful item. And again, I think you could make this for a wedding, or you could make this to wear just, you know, out and about. So another useful and good one. Oh, did I say sizing? UK 6 to 36 is PDF only, this one. Right, next, very excitingly, and probably like the biggest release of the week, can I say that? Yeah, the Name Leisure Dress, and I probably said that, leisure dress, I'm sure I said that incorrectly, pinafore and blouse. So this is very exciting. So a lot of you will look at this and be like, this is familiar. So this is a take on their Kilo dress, which is their best-selling, longest-running pattern, and it's a woven version of that dress. It also comes with a blouse as well, which the other one didn't, but it's specifically designed for wovens, which is really exciting. So you can see, I'll show you kind of the line drawing so you can have a bit of an idea of what's going on. The dress variation, it's got that classic wrap, which the Kilo has. It's got a puff sleeve with a little it gathers into the hem, or the cuff, sorry, and the kind of sleeve length is 3/4 length. Then there is like a little pinafore version, so it's slightly shorter. I guess it goes just sort of like on, but just slightly above the knee. I really like how they've styled this with a polo neck underneath. I think it looks really interesting. And then the blouse, which has the little wrap detail and this like square neckline. It's really interesting. I like all the different details, and it feels different enough from the Kilo that you'd want to have both if you really love the Kilo. Especially this top version I thought was really fun. But yeah, so that is worth checking out. It is available as paper and PDF for this one, and it's available in sizes UK 6 to 28. Right, next up we have got the utility pant and skirt from the Maker's Atelier. I really like this pattern if you haven't seen it yet and you're interested in making some bottoms. So I think it's almost easier to go straight to the line drawing for this, because you actually get I think this is a really good value pattern. So there are trousers and there's a skirt. The trousers have 2 variations. There is a wide leg version and there's a version that has elasticated cuff. The waist is elasticated, there are patch pockets, and then the skirt is also elasticated and quite, not fitted, but like, you know, kind of middle road fit, which I think is really nice to have with the elasticated waist. I think it's nice to have something more fitted with an elasticated waist. It's got the kind of pocket details that you'd expect. This is very classic Makers Atelier to me, because it's a real nod to what is very much on trend at the moment. The cargo trousers are everywhere. You can't kind of go into a shop without missing them. But it's a more, I think, a more elevated take on that. It's more interesting. You can see also with the trousers, they've got seams down the centre front. They've got the little pocket detail of the cargo trousers, but they're done in a way that is kind of interesting and understated. And yeah, I think it's a really lovely pattern. So if you are thinking the cargo trouser or skirt option is for you, definitely have a look at these. And last but very much not least, we have got a new pattern from True Bias, the Asta top and dress. I was really excited about this arriving because I think it's such a fab pattern. Again, I'm going to cut straight to the line drawing so you can see what is going on. Nice big chunky straps on this, a square neck top, bust darts, and then it's either cut into quite a crop top, which I think is really a really useful item to wear if you've got anything that's high-waisted. All those kind of high-waisted elasticated shorts or skirts, or actually it would look really nice with the Makers Atelier cargo skirt or the trousers. It's nice to have something that isn't tucked in, but it gives you the proportions of something. So like having it not tucked in, because I know a lot of people look at it and think, I don't want to make a crop top, but this I think is actually more useful than you think it is. Then there's a dress variant of this, which comes to just kind of, it's quite short, just above the knee. There are pockets in it, which is also really fantastic in the side seam. And then on the back of the dress, there's fisheye darts and buttons down the back. So the buttons that go all the way down the back are actually a really lovely feature. So the darts also, I should say, they're the French darts. So they kind of come up from the French darts, sort of, instead of kind of going across like a normal dart, they kind of come much further down. I actually think they're really flattering, and they're kind of the vintage dart that used to be used a lot more than it is used now, but I really like it. And actually, I think on something more fitted, that dart is better, personally, and that's just a personal opinion. Right, I didn't say what size this is. I didn't do any of that stuff. So it's PDF only, this, and it comes in sizes UK 0 to 32. It's split into 2 different size bandings, so if you are thinking about it, just make sure you get the right one. And that is it for me this week. I mean, can you believe all those patterns? Are just, so many really good ones. So I hope you found something delicious to kind of get your teeth stuck into, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.